Hi, Geraldine. This is Brittany. Thank you for your post. I just want to compare and contrast North Carolina and Florida a little bit. I listened to your post in regards to the two cases that you looked up pertaining to sexual misconduct. That was just one of my cases where the professional was dismissed from our profession because of his care to a counseling relationship and lack thereof. The second one that I looked up was another dismissal completely from the profession, but that was pertaining to somebody that was continually lacking in their educational hours that needed to be completed for both the organization and for their state board. Whether that was by choice or whether that was complete arrogance on their part, they were completely dismissed because of the lack of continuing educational credits that they had. I agree with you when it comes to counselor impairment and how it can jeopardize the counseling relationship. More than likely, in any helping profession, you're going to experience compassion fatigue. According to one research study by Lee McCarthy, McFarland, and Leroy, they stated that failure to recognize and deal with this emotional residue of taking on suffering from a caregiver's standpoint results in increased risk for compassion fatigue. Ironically, the very act of being empathetic and compassionate can result in a caregiver's reduced capacity for understanding and bearing others' distress. So, in that statement, I've been in a situation where compassion fatigue is very real, particularly with where I was in the world at that point in time in my life. And I can honestly say that I had to step away from the environment that I was in for a few days in order to recompose myself, in order to actively get back on the front lines, which I was currently dealing with patients at that time who were in a state of near death on more than one occasion. So, according to Herlihy and Rimley, they state that the work of a counselor can be stressful and emotionally demanding. Any helping profession is going to be emotionally demanding. So it is paramount that counselors and doctors and nurses and paramedics and police officers and firefighters and anybody else who's in the helping profession indicate what their vulnerabilities are and set aside time for themselves and rejuvenate themselves back into what they would call a normal state of physical readiness and a normal state of emotional readiness as well. Thank you for your post, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.